The Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick and USTR Chief Jameson Greer have basically sent the proposal to the White House, to the President, saying that we recommend moving forward with deal with India. We're just waiting for the President to basically give his nod so it can be announced and both countries can move forward. So basically, just like when you look at other deals like Japan, Vietnam, Cambodia, we look in India a tariff around 15%. And our analysis shows that at that rate, the country's ambition of taking the trade to $500 billion can happen in 2030, as discussed and agreed between the President and the Prime Minister. But more important is the trade deal also helps India's GDP growth by almost 1%. So it is a win-win trade deal once it's announced and we can move forward. Absolutely. I think he's been busy announcing other deals and hopefully he'll announce a US-India deal very soon. So I think the corporate wish list is very simple. Ease of doing business and level playing field. And while this first round of trade deal may not address those issues, the second part will focus on non-tariff barriers between the two countries. And so I think so you'll see a lot of things easing up from that perspective. So that could happen in fall, and hopefully the President will come to India to sign that deal. Well, main hurdles varies because the investment is not in New Delhi, they're in state level. So in some such state, it goes smoother, other states it gets more challenging. So there is an effort by different states to attract more investment, and more of energy is being put in, make it more easier for these companies to come in. So I think the challenges vary state to state. Well, the relationship is still very good. Yes, you have certain pronouncements coming out of White House that may probably reflect that it may be on a downward spiral. But you have to understand the relationship is not just based on White House. The relationship based across the administration is based with the Congress, is based with the business community, is based with the Indian diaspora itself. So it is a very broad and deep relationship, and that continues a very positive trajectory. No, I think it'll keep on going up because as you see the trade picking up, as you see more US companies investing in India, the relationship and cooperation will get deeper and from every aspect. There's more partnership on the technology side. We just had an Indian astronaut go to the space station in partnership with NASA itself. So I think the relationship is moving forward. Yes, you will have certain bumps on the road, but there's enough maturity to manage those.
हमारे समाज में बंद दरवाजों के पीछे एक खामोश संकट चल रहा है। घरेलू हिंसा हर किसी के जीवन को प्रभावित करती है, पर तुम कभी अकेले नहीं हो और तुम्हें दर्द और डर से दूर प्यार भरी एक जिंदगी जीने का पूरा हक है। मौन तोड़िए और साउथ एशियन हेल्पलाइन एंड रेफरल एजेंसी को कॉल करें। मिलकर हम इस चक्र को तोड़ सकते हैं, मिलकर हम जिंदगियां बचा सकते हैं।
The fundamental question you have to ask is if President Trump is claiming he played a role, I would advise that let's have a thick skin and compliment the President for his effort. Thank you. And I would also recommend nominating him for a Nobel Prize and let's move on. Why spend so much energy denying that? What benefit do we get from that perspective? But if we go and say, okay, yes, Mr. President, you did it. Mr. President, you should be nominated. We will nominate you for Nobel Prize. It will change the issue dramatically. I think the President has mentioned this 25 plus times. In fact, yesterday, India's ambassador UN denied it. I don't understand the amount of energy we're putting in this, denying this, instead of just moving forward. I think we have not gotten off this on the cart in regards to equating India with Pakistan. We don't like it, but we are not the equal. Our economy is 11 times. Population is much bigger. The growth trajectory is dramatic. Pakistan is almost bankrupt, and we have $700 billion in reserves. I was looking at some data. India has, below the age of 20, 80 grandmasters in chess. Pakistan has 0. So I think we should basically not keep on benchmarking ourselves. If somebody compares also, we should have enough maturity to move on rather than dwelling on, no, Pakistan is not equal. It is not. I mean, say that's a fact in every aspect. So if somebody tries to compare the two, let them do it. We just need to move on. I would say that. I think it's a good politics, and India should do that. Well, there's no role in the sense as you have a nation which is struggling financially. You have a nation which supports terrorism. You have a nation which is completely internally torn apart itself. So they don't have a role here. He was invited because there was a deal done between Zach Witoff, who's the Steve Witoff's son, on crypto, and it benefits president's family's business, Universal Liberty Financials itself. So I think it's more of a personal deal, family deal, which percolated into a White House visit. It's okay. I mean, say we just need to move on and not react to it. Well, you have to understand, I've always said that China will never treat India as an equal partner. When you look at the 4 days arbitration we had with Pakistan, most of the equipment were Chinese. And when you look at India said they're going to abrogate the Indus Treaty, China has gone and announced they're going to build a dam on Brahmaputra, spending $169 billion. So you can see China is using Pakistan to poke at India. China will try everything so India does not get a global status. And yes, we have to learn to live with China, but I think we should not react in the sense is we should push back on China if they basically marginalize India's interests and India's position. Well, India has to look at its own interest. And India's interest is to buy Russian oil. India's interest is de-dollarization by the BRICS is not the right thing. So India has made it very, very clearly that it does not support de-dollarization. And while China and Russia support it, you have to understand Russia is regional, so is China. India need to maintain the relationship and communication. You can't just break off these relationships because of the United States. So I think whatever serves the interest of India, India will drive it, and we have to learn to live with it.